absolutely. Everybody be talking about. I told you go in there and talk to Tyler Perry real quick. See, it don't. It's I don't have this man number on speed dial. I don't. Like Raven Drummer. I met Raven Drummer. Did a class and everything. Even she told me, James, you gotta do the work. Oh, thank you, Raven. And shout out to Raven Drummer, by the way, too. She got a bun in the oven. So shout out to Raven Drummer as well. But yeah, man. You, you can't just say that Tyler Perry is like not up the, right down the street. What do you call it? Up the street and around the corner from us, especially when you live in Atlanta. You can't just like no, it don't work like that. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. You got to audition,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe you
Then
might
maybe.
get. I can't stand it. Go talk to Tyler Perry. Go talk to Tyler Perry. Go talk to Tyler. When I meet Tyler, I'm gonna tell him that. I said, Tyler, sir, you know how many times people told me to come and talk to you, like you just gonna hand out a job to me,
Like
like
Tyler Perry is the wizard. We gotta go talk to him. It don't work. It don't work like that, man.
yeah, but go talk to Tyler Perry. Like if I hear that woman, strangle the shit out you. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? What's up in the building? Man, how y'all doing? How you living? How you living? How you doing? Your boy Joffy in the building, man. You got your boy Mike here. Mike, what's going down, bro?
Man, not much, man. Enjoying and living.
That's
God gave me another day.
hey, that amen. That's what I'm
Hey,
talking
you know
about.
when you get older, you say that, God that blessed me with another day.
Right? The world we live in, we definitely can't say that in that bracket. Like, look, God watched over me last night and make sure your boy put 2 feet on the ground this morning, man. We up above, man. We all right. We all right.
Mm-hmm.
Man, tell ain't nothing like it, man. Life is
Ain't
precious.
nothing.
Nothing
Yeah.
like
Ain't nothing like it.
I'm telling you, man. And nothing like this show as well, too, man. As we're about to get into it, man. It's just Donald Trump shenanigans. It's just like every day, every day. This man, like I don't think we ever had a president that just I don't know, but we'll save it for the show.
Uncle T. That's Uncle T.
Uncle T at it again.
Uncle
Yeah,
T. Yeah.
man. We have Uncle T, him and his shenanigans. We have some Marvel news. Well, a show of Marvel has finally made its debut, and people are like raving about it. All that, and of course, we have somebody that's going to drop by, talk about their business. So, but we'll let you stay locked in and tune into that. It's just acting up show, and let's go. All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get into the show, man. But like we say, before you come in your house, wipe off your feet. You already know how it is, man. Like what you don't like? Shit, we do this every time. It's a pattern. It's a rhythm. You should know this by now. We want you to do what? We want you to like,
Share
comment,
and subscribe.
and subscribe. It's that doggone easy. You do it
Yeah.
every
Help us
time.
out on the road to 1,000 subs. We're gonna get that hook or crook, like I said before.
Yes, indeed. We definitely gonna get there, man. As we are on the race to get to 1K subs, like my brother said, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Like I said, man, me and Mike, before the show started, me and Mike says that Uncle T, Donald
Uncle
Trump is
T.
it's just straight, it's shenanigans with him every time, man. Like this is the one president that you can like every day, sir. It's just every day. Like what was that scene of Spider Man when Harry Osborn came up to Peter and said, "I'm need to talk to you about your friend Spider Man." And Peter was like, "Not today, Harry." And Harry said, "Every day, Peter. Every day." He like, man, come off it, man. Like, no, man, it's just something about this dude every day, man. Like,
Yeah. he is a running news feed. I tell you what. Where should we start? Okay, so the president of what was it?
Let me
Oh my
see.
God, president going to war with Russia.
Yeah, it was that as well
It was
as
that. It was that. Not the president of Russia.
right, not the president of Russia, but yeah, it was that. It was
Hold
Rubio
on.
and
It's
okay.
it's a lot, man. Hold on. Okay, so first we're gonna start off with he did a house meeting with both houses, the Democratic and the Republican, and that was just a mess. That was a mess. He had people booing him. He had Democrats booing him. They was writing signs. It was crazy. They had this guy named Al Green. When I first saw it, I was like, Al Green, what the hell Al Green doing in
Not
it
that Al Green,
it,
Mike.
it put it, I mean, I swear to God, it said Al Green, and I'm like, Al Green, damn, Al Green ain't doing music no more, so he in politics. Like, it's like, nah,
No,
this is a different Al Green. This was a light skinned man with a perm.
yeah, no, yeah, that's that Al Green, not that Al Green with the
Yeah, not love and happiness, Al
not loving
Green. Yeah,
yeah, not loving
yeah.
happy Al Green. This is Al Green with the perm and the glasses and the
With the
goatee.
permanent, yeah, with the
Yeah.
permanent has the goatee with the cane, and they had to escort him up out of there because
Oh
he was
man,
causing friction. He was booing them,
they said
you know.
every day, yeah, man. And then if it's not, it was like I don't know, like I don't know if I can live my life like that every day. Well, no, then again, you do got some haters out there, imaginary haters, but then you got people out there who just yeah, man.
Yeah,
Look, man, there's always something, man. And then it's Rubio and Trump officials. Yep, clash with Elon Musk in that explosive meeting. Yeah, Elon Musk, like dang, like all y'all,
yeah. Elon Musk got a position within his cabinet,
right?
which is crazy.
Yeah,
But
still trying to figure that out. Yeah, let me
eh,
see. It's always something when Trump threatens to impose large scale
Ukraine,
sanctions
the
on
president of
Russia.
Ukraine, that was crazy.
Like, dude, like what? It's like this man wake up ready for the smoke and like every day. So,
Bro, he was sitting next, and JD Vance was with him. Vice President JD Vance
mhm,
was sitting there with the president of Ukraine,
yeah.
and they basically like little boy him, like son him.
Hmm.
Someone screamed out like, "Why you don't have a suit on? Why you come in here wearing that?"
Mm.
It's like I mean, because we have the United States has been aiding them through this war and
Mm.
uh between the Ukraine and Russia, and it's like when Joe Biden was, I guess, easier, very easy to get along with. President Trump is like he ain't having it. So if you come up in here asking for some money, you know,
That boy Trump said, "I'm standing on business."
he's
Yeah.
standing on he's standing on whatever business he feels too fit to stand on. But they basically little boyed him, and I guess it was reports that kicked him out of the White House or something like that, man. And China said they ready to go to war by
Mm.
by any way you want to, trade war or any war.
Lord Jesus.
So yeah, and then this trade that's been going on, he done raised 25% on trades with the US, and it's like, bro, Canada has a problem with that.
Mm.
So
Lord Jesus, man. We just gonna pray for everybody. That's all we can do. I
yeah.
know, we probably got some Trump supporters that watch the show, and I know they probably you're always bashing him. Look, I'll be honest with y'all. Any if a president is doing wrong or doing some crazy stuff, we have what's the word I'm looking for? We're equal opportunity roasting.
Yeah, we're gonna report it. We're gonna report the good and the bad.
Yeah,
We're gonna do that. Hey man, this is a biased
yeah,
platform here, so we're
yeah.
just gonna report what we see, what's the good and the bad of it. I will say this, you know, I try not to worry too much on politics, me personally. I go about my business like, okay, you know. But when the midterms come around, I
Yeah,
definitely will be voting.
yeah, yeah, definitely have
Absolutely.
our definitely, man. So yeah, man, and like Mike said, we definitely report the good and the bad, no matter if we voted for that person or not. We
Right.
just have to be like that. Speaking of that, of now this right here has gone viral. LeBron James versus Stephen A. Smith. When I say squabble up, squabble up. Nah, I'm just playing, man. But no, it's one of those. It's just, you trying to you get it, but you like, but same time,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of those situations where it's like, so for all those who you know who've been living underneath a rock, LeBron James had a verbal altercation with Stephen A. Smith, but Stephen A. Smith said he didn't have verbal altercation. He sat there and listened because hey, like we said, them basketball. Well, Stephen A. Smith played, been around the basketball players, but when somebody that's 6'9", 8, whatever is right in front of you, and you barely this type, yeah, you definitely, yeah, you gonna, all right, yeah, yeah, especially
I
when that
think
man is his father.
yeah, it's bad, especially in that man. But I think it was more like it was apparent at that time because
It's
Stephen A.
apparent
Smith he explained, he said he wasn't LeBron wasn't a basketball player at that time. He was more like a parent.
he was being
You
a
know,
parent.
yeah, he was being a parent. So apparently there was some comments that was made about Bronny and
Mhm.
from Stephen A. Smith that LeBron didn't like, and so he addressed him as a man, as a father. He's like, hey, man, keep my son. You can finish the rest of what he said. But at
Yeah,
the end of the day, you know, do I feel like that was the best time for LeBron to address it? For me, you can't really say that because you can't tell a man when to address something when it come down to his child.
right,
I'm
absolutely.
sorry. I have a 13-year-old son. It's not a good time to address it. We're gonna address it well. We'll be in church, we can be at court, we can be
Yeah,
in school, we can be on the street, we can be whatever. Don't
yeah,
matter. We can address it.
yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I get it. Like he was being a father, he was being a parent, and that's what a parent would do. Like I ain't gonna lie, like you coming at my son any kind of way or whatever, or saying some stuff. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check you. And my daughter, same way. I'm definitely gonna check you. But it's just that LeBron has to remind himself that, and he knows this, and everybody else
Mhm.
knows this. When you play these sports, people gonna criticize you all the time. And Stephen A. Smith did say that LeBron, it really is on you because you saying doing this and hyping up your kid. We get it, but you putting a target on that man back. And I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, me and my friends being petty, if we would have saw that at the basketball game, hey man, your daddy over there, man, your daddy, man, you baby, go get your daddy, man, get your daddy.
Mhm.
So we gonna egg you on, we gonna mess with you. That's what people gonna do. But and that's what it is. It's like we can't just sit there and just like dismiss the fact that if the man missed a shot at a clinching game winning point, we're not gonna talk about it. Yeah, and I get
Right.
it. LeBron, you trying to protect your son, so it's one of those things right there. But it's going viral. That LeBron stepped to him and told him what it is. Hey, I get it
I get
on,
it.
on both
Yeah,
sides.
on both sides, I get it. Both sides gotta do their job. So
Yeah, they definitely did. Hey man, definitely got the ratings up. I tell you that. They did- they been talking about the ratings all year about basketball ratings being trash. Yeah, you definitely got the ratings up. All no, you definitely did. So yeah. And in other news, but to end the segment off, we cannot complete this segment without paying respects to Sylvester Turner, the former Houston mayor. Man, passed away at a young age. Was 70 years old. 70 years old. I thought he was
mhm.
young. I thought he was a little bit younger than that. But he definitely will be missed. He definitely did his work here in the city of Houston. I don't know why. Little funny joke to me. Just I always every time I see Sylvester Turner, or he's mentioned, I always remember during that time during COVID when he was saying, "Hey, look, you gangsters on the right and gangsters on the left, y'all calm that down. We try to clear this out right now." He said, "I'm tired of y'all, y'all truce right now. We trying to get the things on the reps." So, hearts and prayers out to Sylvester Turner. Thank you, sir, for what you've done. You really did make your mark here on the city of Houston. Um, so many people that I know of that met him and just love talking to him, love working with him as well. He definitely, man, him and Sheila Jackson Lee, boy, definitely will be
Yeah,
missed here in the city of Houston.
yeah. He was. He definitely gonna be missed. I was working with one of my clients, and she worked for the mayor's office, and she was like, they gonna miss Sylvester Turner. They miss
Yeah,
him now. They miss him in office. They like this mayor, but they miss Sylvester Turner. So
yeah, he definitely did connect with the people here. So
yeah, he did. So
heart,
RIP, man. Sheila Jackson Lee was last year, and Sylvester Turner. You
yeah.
know, Sylvester Turner was born in he from Acres Homes. He from the Fofo.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah,
man, boy. Whew, man. Yeah, he definitely be missed, man. Hearts and prayers to the king, man. And
yeah.
hearts and prayers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we about to get into some entertainment news, so don't go nowhere. It's the Just Acting Up Show. What up? What up? Okay, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Critics Corner as we talk about entertainment news, breaking news, what's going on in the entertainment industry. But before you do that, slide on over to Jovi's VIP room, man, where we give you in-depth analysis about your favorite TV shows, favorite movies, and sometimes we do, you know, table reads. Sometimes we do discussions about what's going on in the acting community because we all got something going on in the acting community. We crazy out here, man. This is Jovi's
Mhm.
VIP room. Or just check out my David Derek shenanigans. Like I said, last time I jumped on the Jovi's VIP room, I got to actually need to upload that. My day downtown, man. Every time I go downtown, bro, or maybe just some random stuff for me, something random always happens. The most random thing happened one time when I was downtown on the Metro Rail. There were some meals, like some meals that your mama would make, and they were just sitting by themselves on the train, and it was still hot. Bro, tell me why this homeless man came up to me. He looked at me, I looked at him. He looked at me, and he looked at the meals. He looked back at me. Let me tell you what this dude said to me. He said, "Them
Well,
yours?" I said, "No, they not mine." And he looked back at him and looked back at me, and he said, "You hungry?" And, and I was like, I was, it wasn't processed. I said, "No, I'm good." And then he just stared at me for like a good 5 seconds. And boy ran over there, picked up their meals, and they still hot. So his fingers going like this when you pick them up. If they're going like this, and the metro door about to close, that dude put one leg, stopped the door from closing, and he picked up the meals. And then when I say he ducked off, he looked to the left, looked to the right, boy darted off. And I'm like, why something random always happen to me when I go outside, man? I do appreciate the fact that he asked if I was hungry before he took it. So he got
That's
away
right.
clean, bro. He got away
Shout out to
clean.
that homeless man. That man ate good. He ate good that day. Man, that was a blessing. Hot meal for him. I feel you. And
Bro,
hey,
that boy,
it happens, brother. It
hey man,
happens.
that boy say take advantage, 5 finger discount. That boy took advantage, bro. Like somebody walk around pissed off, but he walk around good and full because he had
That's right.
like for what it looked like it was some mashed potatoes, some green beans,
Now,
and
why
some
would somebody
brown.
bring that on the Metro Rail, though?
We'll say it again.
I said, why would somebody bring that on the Metro Rail?
I don't know, man, but somebody left it. I don't know what happened, but they, they
That's crazy. But hey, man, shout out to him, man. He ate
well,
good that day.
well, I
That
know
was
he
like he probably haven't had a hot meal in a very, very long time. So You
Boy,
know,
I know he ate good that day, boy. I know he picked the best corner. That boy took that. When I say when that boy did like this, that's
he was gone.
gone, man. Anyway, yeah, shout out to that homeless man, boy. I know you ate good that day, bro. That boy said, "You hungry?" So I said, no. Like,
But
no.
what y'all gonna sit down, crisscross applesauce? Say,
Like, I like, I like, no, this all yours play. There was some big tubs too. Like they about, I'm talking, you can take both your hands and hold it like this. And I know they was hot as hell, boy. That boy did like, all right, man. Anyways, but like I said, that's Jolly's VIP room shenanigans. You don't gonna get that when you rolling with me. Something random always happening, man. But let's get into the topics main. We have Daredevil, Born Again, out now on Disney Plus. Man, Marvel be cooking. When Marvel cook, they cook, and they. I'm sitting there talking about
cooking
that.
like fish
Yeah,
grease.
yeah, man. They definitely cooked on this. This Daredevil. Every season of Daredevil, I don't know what has been a bad season with it. Like it's just, I mean, I know the season's just now getting started, but
Mhm.
it's just I don't know what is a bad Daredevil season. This is
Well, for me, this is going to be my first Daredevil. I'm gonna wait for it to build up, and then I'm gonna
yeah.
sit down and watch it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wait for it to finish. But long story short, I didn't watch it on Netflix, and I tried to, and it had so many episodes on Netflix, so it was like,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get into it. It's because when the series is far too gone, like right now, if somebody want to watch The Walking Dead from season 1, episode 1, it's like, bro.
Oh yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
love it.
you might as well just go on and YouTube this thing, cause unless you unless you're gonna be out for some sick days for a while, you're gonna be
Mhm.
watching it for. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but it's just the oversaturation of TV shows now, and that you're trying to keep up, because it's like every 2 or 3 days there's a TV show or a fire documentary that's a limited TV show series is being dropped. It's crazy. It's like it's more TV shows than it is actually movies being dropped in the theaters.
Yeah.
So I have to map out what I'm going. What I'm gonna get to it for sure.
Mhm.
But right now I'm on Paradise. So after Paradise, then I guess it'll be Daredevil. But then once again, I didn't ever finish Invincible. Didn't finish the new Invincible.
Man.
Okay, so then you got the Invincible, and then it was something else that I didn't finish the Boys. The Boys done dropped two finished. I didn't finish that season before the new season, and the other season that started. It's like, bro, don't come to me talking about no TV shows, because it's like I ain't nothing I can do about this. I'm far behind on a lot of TV shows, so I can't tell you. But I heard good things about it. It has 2 episodes ready to go right now, and I'm gonna check it out when I check it out.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Yeah, definitely check that out, man. And also another well, as we talk about more shows, quick shout out to our boy Brandon Rush, man. He made a good cameo appearance on Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. Everybody been talking about that as well too. That's another
Yeah.
one. It can't Netflix is starting to do that more now, where they showcase a hit major series, where they take a break and come back with the remainder of it. But yeah, shout out to Brandon Rush, man, doing his thing out there, man. He he's a good friend. He like family. So he
Mhm.
had a segment in there on Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black, which is dope to see. We love seeing it. That's how people, especially for our people. You need to talk to Tyler Perry. Let's see if you can get a job with him. I don't know why it's like that. Why is it like that with our people, Mike? Tyler
I
Perry.
don't know, man. They look at Uncle Perry.
Yeah.
Go to Uncle Perry. Get you. It don't work like that, man. Uncle Perry. You got that person in the hood that always got connections where they can put you on at a job, where it's a warehouse, a shipyard, or a pipe yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the acting in the community, in our community, it's like, yeah, Tyler Perry is the go-to, which he is,
I
which he is,
mean, yeah.
which he is. But just not anybody can get in front of Tyler Perry. I'm gonna tell
No.
you that right now. It's
No.
been several people that we know personally. Brandon Rush is one of them, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna say the same thing. You got to be ready. You got to be prepared with Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, You could talk about his movies all day long, but his preparation is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, absolutely. Everybody be talking about. I tell you, go in there, talk to Tyler Perry real quick. See, it don't. It's I don't have this man number on speed dial. I don't like Raven Drummer. I met Raven Drummer, did a class and everything. Even she
mhm.
told me, James, you got to do the work. Oh, thank you, Raven. And shout out to Raven Drummer, by the way, too. She got a bun in the oven. So shout out to Raven Drummer as well. But yeah, man, you you can't just say like, Tyler Perry is like not up the, right down the street. What do you call it? Up the street and around the corner from us, especially when you live in Atlanta. You can't just like no, it don't work like that. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. You got to audition,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe you
They
might
made
get. I can't stand that. Go talk to Tyler Perry. Go talk to Tyler Perry. Go talk to Tyler. When I meet Tyler, I'm gonna tell him that. I said, Tyler, sir, you know how many times people told me to come and talk to you, like you just gonna hand out a job to me,
like
like
Tyler Perry is the wizard. We gotta go talk to him. It don't work. It don't work like that, man.
yeah, go talk to Tyler Perry. Like if I hear that one, strangle the shit out you. Told you, then when you finally get on the told you Tyler Perry was gonna get a job, you ain't listen to about you should have been with him. It don't work. Shut
It
it.
don't work like that.
It don't
But
work like
anyway,
that. Anyways.
that's what I agree.
Anyways, Righteous Gemstones is back for his last and final season. These people are crazy. Boy, I tell you, man, when I say when you are involved with a mega church, you think that thing you just want to praise God and praise the Lord and go about your way. No, not like that for the Gemstone family. They always got some crazy shenanigans going on, and I'm here for it. I'm ready to get my popcorn and my favorite drink and enjoy these people. Bring it on home, man. And shout out to James Demont as well too, who's also a part of the Righteous Gemstones.
So the
Uh,
righteous gemstones, is it like green leaf?
no, well, I guess you can say you get the white. I guess you can say you get the white version. These fools crazy too. They just as crazy. So
Okay, I got you. I got you. I
yeah.
got you. So is it a lot worse, or is it's not? It's the same. Righteous gemstones is worse.
They they up there with you. They all got some, they do more. This is more comedy based.
Comedy. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Got you. Got you.
This is more comedy based, and these people should not be doing these things or saying these things. You should not be cussing on church ground. But you know, hey, you got yourself a show, man.
Hey man, like, hey, you know what? I said the same thing when I first watched Greenleaf. I'm like, nah, this ain't gonna be because it's based on the church, you
Right.
know. But bro, no, no, Greenleaf was
Yeah.
like, what? Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
They
Like what?
really gonna yeah, they gonna go there with this? Man,
Yeah.
shout out to Greenleaf. You know, that was a good cast. That was a good show.
Yeah. It was.
You know, yeah, that was Oprah Winfrey's number one.
Yeah, I definitely need to go back and watch that as well. Also, Raising Canaan is out. The debut of the shows coming out, man. Raising Canaan, man. That is one show that I do need to get into as well too. I watched it, but I put it down because it was just so many shows at that time that I was watching that had drugs. So many drugs.
Yeah. so
so
now, so now you got it. I finished it. I finished. No, I didn't finish it, but I'm caught up. I'm caught
mm,
up with it because at that time, Power
yeah,
Ghost was over, and I was like, damn. Now what else I'm gonna watch? You know, on Stars, because that's the only
yeah.
reason why I keep Stars. Stars, y'all better do right with 50 Cent, man. Because I'm telling you off top, if 50 was to leave and go to Netflix, it's over for Stars.
It is, and you and you need to be careful with 52 because 50, if you do anything,
You do any indication in the inkling
boy,
is, you know, and hey man, but long story short, Raids and Kanan is a good show. I'm
yeah,
so glad that it didn't get canceled or even a hint of rumor to get canceled.
right,
So I got into Raising Kanan late. I finished I caught up last year. And
hmm
so this new season is out. Once again, Michael don't like these one episodes by one episodes. I gotta let it build up before I watch it. And yeah.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I'm telling you, man. And let's while we sitting there talking about Netflix, Netflix is spending 18 billion. Lord, how much money does Netflix have?
Spending
'Cause
18 billion for what,
let
James?
me see. Netflix is planning to spend 18 billion on content in 2025. On content,
Yeah, our fees going up, boy.
boy, are they? What?
They going up.
Because man, let me tell you, man, you how
Either they gonna go up or T-Mobile is gonna have a lot of people signing up. If you ain't already with T-Mobile, T-Mobile got to deal with Netflix, where it's, if you sign up with T-Mobile, you get Netflix just
mm,
like that. I keep telling people that and telling people that people be surprised when I tell them like, hey man, Netflix and T-Mobile, they together. So it's like you sign up with T-Mobile, you get Netflix
like automatic, man. That-
automatic. So
So that's your plug right there. See, we do good. See, we do help people. That's the plug right there for you.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I ain't promoting anything. I mean, T-Mobile, yeah, y'all need to go and cut a check for that because I've been promoting that for a long time. But when I found out, I was about to. I'm not even gonna lie. I called up T-Mobile and I said, "Hey man, my bill too high. I need to cut some things down." And she said, "Well, you got this and that, this and that, this and that." And I
Mm.
said, "Well, yeah, that can get cut down." Then she say, "But you get Netflix for free on your plan." I said, "Thank you. Have a nice day. I appreciate it."
End the story right there.
Yeah, the story. I was like, "Well, appreciate it. Thank
No,
you."
no, well, that'll work just fine right there, man. So pretty much all those everybody want to know more about it. So Netflix is expected to spend 18 billion on content in 2025. They figure their CFO emphasizes is far from a limit, reflecting confidence in continued growth potential. Netflix added over 41 million subscribers globally in 2024, nearly double the previous year. Ain't that
Man,
something,
boy, man,
boy? I'm talking about if only I could get people to follow, like Lord Jesus. I'm telling you, man.
we just need a fraction of them people. Not even a fraction, just a millisecond.
Mm,
Man, look back at Netflix and see what they doing, man. It's crazy because I remember like ordering DVDs coming through the mail. You gotta wait like 3, 4 days. Man, why do you want to do that when you can go right up the street to Blockbusters? Then all of a sudden,
all of a sudden,
all of a sudden, you mean to tell me I can press a button and I get to watch whatever I want to watch and it's called streaming? Oh,
hmm
and before you know it, bye bye Blockbusters. Shout out to Blockbusters. There is one Blockbusters in
hmm
this country that's still standing tall.
really?
You know, yeah.
Where?
Um, somewhere in Iowa or something like that, bro. You know that?
I ain't know that.
Yeah, it is. It's
What?
one. It's the only blockbusters around.
What? Wow. I, hey, well, shout out to that blockbusters out there in Iowa standing strong on business and
Yeah,
black.
I'm sorry. It's in Bend, Oregon. It's the last remaining blockbuster store in the world. It's a popular tourist attraction. It's open 7 days a week.
Wow.
There's only
Hey,
one. Yeah.
it's a popular tour attraction. How, I'm,
Well, that's man.
if you don't feel old now, how long block? Wait, bro. Talk about how long old blockbusters? Talk about. Let me.
Yeah,
How
talk about it. Talk about it.
how old is blockbusters? Because it's I'm only about. Lord, I'm only 36. Lord,
I'm only 40, bro. I'm
bro.
only 40. I mean 40. Hey man, I'm only 40.
I
40
I,
is
I read
40
that,
is 40, don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
goddamn, can you wrap your
bro.
brain around that? Blockbusters is a tourist attraction.
A tourist attraction. We say tourist attraction. You think of San Jacinto. You think of the Alamo. Like it's a tourist attraction. Oh,
It's
okay.
a
Like
tourist attraction.
I mean, I know they have like different bus tours and everything, like, but it's like when you say tourist attract, it just
It just
sounds,
don't feel. It just don't sound right. And it's like, damn, are we that old, bro?
it just sounds,
The Texas battleship is it that
yeah,
old?
yeah, like
The Sam Houston statue is it that old?
yeah, like it just make you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Boy, Lord Jesus, are we really? I'm keep let's keep going because God dog, that's gonna make me mad. I keep thinking about how old.
Speaking about old,
Yeah, speaking about old man, Tom Cruise, bro. I'm glad
Tom
you
Cruise.
brought. I'm glad you brought this up. Now, Tom Cruise is the goat. I,
Yeah.
I got to. We got to. We have not recognized this man, and we got to because the next Mission Impossible is about to come out very soon.
Mm-hmm.
This man is 62 years old. Still looks good for his age. His 62 is different. I don't know what he eats. I don't know how he sleeps. I don't know what he does besides death defying stunts to keep himself looking young. I really do. I want to see Cat Williams and Tom Cruise in a foot race to see
I
who
think Tom Cruise will smoke him. I'm
you think.
not even gonna lie. Man, yes,
You
Tom
think
Cruise
Tom?
will smoke him. You know, I think that's his moniker. We talked about moniker off camera, but Tom Cruise can still. Here's the thing: when you
Yeah,
get older,
yeah,
you don't get faster.
yeah,
You gotta keep constantly doing it because when you reach a certain age, you ain't gonna be able to run. But if you keep yourself relatively healthy and work on your legs, do yoga,
yeah,
work out, exercise, eat right, then you can keep up with a natural speed. It's
yeah,
like whatever Tom is doing, bro. I watched all the Mission Impossibles. He just busts out running
yeah. Then they just
hard,
yeah,
hard. Like when he
oh,
did Top Gun.
yeah,
And like I said, that's his moniker, like how Samuel Jackson says MF,
mother, yeah,
you know, mother all the time. That's his signature. So he just they in the woods and he just tore out the run.
yeah, yeah. Like bro, like this boy gonna hit. Like I really want to put him up against some football players and say, "Hey, what his record? This boy run a 4.4. Like how fast this dude, man? Like
Exactly. And he was running on the last Mission Impossible. On
yeah,
this one, they came out. What was it last? No, the year before. I forgot when it came out.
yeah,
And this one, they showed clips of him jumping off a roof with a safety cord attached to him, attached to the helicopter. Which once again he's jumping off the roof
yeah,
onto a helicopter. The helicopter goes down in the depth. They come right back up, and Tom Cruise is still hanging on the
yeah.
helicopter.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, wow. What's that picture of Jackie Chan? He was like, how? Like, like, like how, bro? Like, just like make no sense. Like, makes no sense. Like, how
Yeah.
do you do these things, Tom? So I'm about to go back and look at all of the Mission Impossible before we see this final quote unquote one,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see what happens. This man, like, I would love to work with him. But I wouldn't do no. I definitely wouldn't want to work out with him because his workouts might be different. You ever seen them crazy workout videos when people doing the most? You
Yeah.
know, with like some dude is like bench pressing like the the leg like somebody's bench pressing the leg press or whatever. That they just you like wait what homie on? Or like bro, what is Tom is just different. He's
Tom is just different. And like I'm looking at his Instagram now, he's diving in water.
yeah
Like you remember that scene with Henry Cavill where he was in have you ever seen that Mission Impossible with Henry Cavill?
yeah
when they jumped off the plane, that was real.
Yeah, like I'm like, bro, like, and see, that's another thing too, because if I work with Tom now, let me be the dude behind the desk and not do nothing or something. Because he gonna want you to do these death defying things with them. I remember on the James, I can't remember who it was. If it was somebody he was with, where they're about to go do jump out of a plane. Some person that worked. I can't remember if it was Jimmy Fallon who it was, but he was like, "Yeah, you ready?" He said, "Yeah," and they tried to run away, and Tom ran and chased after him and got him. And said, "No, we jumping out of this for real." I'm like, bro, I don't. You can't just wake up and
I
say,
don't
"Yeah,
want. I don't. You know. Yeah. But whatever he's doing, continue to do it. God bless Tom. God bless his safety. Man,
yeah,
this man been running in. They say he been running in movies since 1981. That was before I was even born. Shout out to Tom. Whatever he's got going on, he's the man. And hey, it is what it is, brother.
yeah,
And
man."
Tom makes me question everything I even eat, breathe. Is this the water? Is this the right water to drink?
Yeah, like,
Is this the right air? Do I need
yeah,
to drink the snorkel on the what I need to do to get like that,
yeah,
goddamn it?
yeah. Like, Tom, what's your in the words of Robert Downey Jr., what's your secret, man? Because I'm trying to come up. Tropic Thunder, man. Got any chips? Any chips? Because this boy Tom, man. So yeah, man. Shout out to Tom Cruise. Got to give the man his props on that. And last but not least, this right here. So I think we have to make that as another poll. So one poll we're gonna say who's faster, Tom Cruise or Cat Williams. On the other poll, gonna have to be would you let your spouse kiss Halle Berry?
Oh man,
For the first time in my life, and I said it, Adrian Broner is an amazing actor, phenomenal actor.
yeah, he
I
is.
This is the first time I said to myself, I want to be that white man for one day.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't let me
I
be
mean,
married because I want my wife to slap the hell out of me. But it's Halle
no,
Berry,
no, because
yeah,
his wife. I
yeah,
seen the clip. She was standing right there, bro.
standing right there. And she said,
Yeah,
yeah, it was okay. She gave that man a hall pass.
right. Yeah.
A hall pass on the spot. You can't much think about it. Can I kiss your husband? She's told Halle Berry yes, real quick. And Halle Berry kissed that.
How did she ask for permission? Did you see it?
I think I think she did. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it was quick though, man. I wish
No,
like
I think no. I don't think it was permission. I think she said I have to do this because I think it was like what 10 years ago he did the same thing to Halle Berry
yeah, at the Oscars and
um, with
and
the
she
Oscars.
yeah,
Yeah, she paid him back.
she said she explained what the reason why, and she even said in an interview she was like when that happened she was just in the moment, and but during the moment she was like what the f is going on, so she got her get back. I wish I was a part. I wish I could have been that get back for Holly to kiss me. Like you know how that's something I can brag about. Like this, like I kiss Halle Berry.
I don't want no pause if I'm married.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
good.
you married. I'm single out here, so I
I
got
don't
yeah,
want no
yeah,
pause.
yeah. We don't want the
No,
wife.
seriously, because that's gonna be brought up in the argument. Yeah, it
Oh
looks
yeah,
good right now. That shit
oh
brought
yeah,
up in.
oh yeah,
I,
oh yeah.
that's gonna be brought up
Boy, that's gonna talk. That's gonna start some toxic.
a year from now.
That's gonna that's gonna start some toxic. What people people don't do what the stars do.
Do exactly.
Don't.
'Cause- yeah, because behind the scenes, that ain't gonna fail. It's all laughing giggles now. All right, all right.
Yeah, yeah. It's laughing giggles now, but yeah, don't like we said, don't do what the celebrities do, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I was that white man just for a little bit, though. I could have kissed Halle Berry.
No, I don't want them problems. I don't want
Mm.
them problems. See, them problems that come with money.
Yeah, you sure right there. Yeah, yeah.
One right there. But when she walk away, boy, she walking away with. Give me that Oscar too that night. Yeah, when she kissed you, yeah. I want that, this, that. I
I,
don't want them outfit, bro.
I know the back
Hey,
of
Holly, you need to chill, bro. Chill.
that is
Chill.
he's like, hey.
Hey, wait.
My
You
wife
did it to me, man, 10 years ago.
my wife is right here. She gonna be thinking so. Like, you can't just be
Yeah,
doing this.
hey,
Well, when I say it's cheaper to keep it too, don't let that spawn nothing like
man, she gonna be on that passenger seat. You gonna be driving, and you gonna feel that fire on your right side.
Yeah, don't you look over.
You know, so look over.
You just,
It's gonna be. I swear to God, it's gonna be random. They ain't gonna forget.
no.
It's gonna be a random Wednesday morning, and y'all running errands, and it's just gonna dawn in her head. And she you driving, you gonna feel all that fire
Don't do it. Don't
on
do
your
it,
right side. I'm telling you.
man. I know that boy Adrian. Adrian, you better. I hope on the way home you shouldn't have said, "Boy, what a night." Oh, what a night, huh? I got. You ever seen? what what was that scene from Goodfellas? Ray Liotta woke up. Old
Yeah.
girl had that. she had that.
The morning after.
Had that thing on. Don't lie to me, Henry.
Yeah, the morning after. And oh, don't let her have girlfriends. Like friends? Oh man, girlfriends, a family. Hey
Oh,
man.
yeah,
So
man. I'm telling you, my boy, that's ain't number number some toxic energy right there.
yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, Chris is not here, so we don't have any jokes for Mike to enjoy today for the Just Acting Fool segment. But we're gonna have my homegirl Tiana Patterson come through, and she's gonna talk about some business to get you ready for the summer. Some something that you need to put in your cup, not the alcohol. Well, maybe a little bit of alcohol, maybe a little bit of tea, maybe lemonade. We're just gonna go ahead and talk about it. So stay locked in to Just Acting Up Show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Acting Up Show. This is a special segment, real quick. We're gonna talk business here with the homie, the man. Look, you already know how it is. We right here. We right here. We always joking, playing around. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Tiana Patterson, please. Now, round of applause. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. How about y'all? How y'all doing?
Mm. Doing fine, doing fine.
We are doing good, bright and early like the orange juice. And speaking of orange juice, which is not what we're going to talk about, but we are going to talk about a certain type of juice. But that's not my forte. It is, but it isn't. But I'm gonna let the master, the grandmaster Tiana, go ahead and talk about that real quick. Talk about
All
your
right.
merchandise.
How you doing? My name is Tiana Patterson. I'm the owner of Main Squeeze Lemonade. I have natural, fresh lemonade. I make it to order with real fresh fruit. I'm gonna show y'all some samples. This is blueberry.
Mm,
The blueberries are in there. Fresh fruit.
Mm.
This is regular lemonade. This
mm,
is this is strawberry,
mm-hmm,
and I have mango.
mm-hmm,
I also do spiked. So if you want to do spike, I do parties, hosting. I have different sizes. I have 16 ounces. That's the 16 ounce that you just saw.
mm-hmm,
I also have a 32 ounce, and I do have gallons as well. My prices are cheap.
mm-hmm,
Even though you get real fresh fruit, it's still a reasonable price. It's sweet, it's good. For any event, you can mix it with anything. My prices start at $5 and the max is $15, and that's for a half a gallon of.
Mm.
So it's good prices for what you get, better than in store, because you're getting it right then and there. Summertime is luncheon, so look out for the summertime. I do have slushies coming out as well. So we about to have fun. They trying to make Houston a party city. We're gonna party with some lemonade.
That's what I'm talking about. Wait, is that your slogan right there?
What? No, I just made that up.
You made it on the
No,
fly.
you need to keep it there.
I was just about to say, wait, is that your slogan? Because that was nice.
Mm,
This Tiana, you straight up put up to the 3-point line, Steph Curry that thing, and just swish.
my shot.
Okay, I like that. I love it. I love it. Yes. And
um,
go ahead,
go
man.
ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Okay. So how long have you been running your business?
So I actually just launched it in September of 2024.
Nice.
Mm,
Nice.
mm.
Nice.
2024. I remember when you was getting that started, you was talking about it and everything, and I was like, okay, bet I definitely got to come by and get a sample and everything. And then like right when in the blink of an eye, you was already out there just getting it, and I was like, oh, she was serious about this. I mean, so
Hey, when
yes.
God do something, you gotta move on it, and that's
Hey,
what.
Yeah.
wait, tell me, say that again. When God, what now?
When God tells you to do something, you gotta move.
Man, hey man, I know we gonna have church this
You
morning,
got
man.
to. So have you been the one? Were you the one at the parties, like mixing the drinks?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I actually originally wanted to do a mobile bar, but then like I started changing my life and I stopped drinking. So
Mm,
I kind of got discouraged of doing that. But then God gave me a vision and a dream one day, and He was just like lemonade. And I was like, lemonade. You see kids selling lemonade. You see, you think about lemonade, you think about a stand or festivals and stuff like that. But then He just said lemonade, and I literally was quiet. I did
mm.
what I had to do behind the scenes, and then I've taken off, and it's been successful ever since.
Nice.
Love it, and been getting great feedback too. I've been seeing the people talk about it and as well, and giving you great feedback. So I already knew it was gonna be great because I already know everything that you touch as far as like because she does Legos well too. So that's what I'm getting at. It's just she turns into gold, man. I'm just saying, like I don't know how your mental capacity can do Legos, and then it just I'm like, how do you do this? But then you go into the lemonade and everything else. I'm like, this girl already knows what she's doing. So, hey, look, Tiana, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I already know that when you was gonna do this, it was gonna be a hit. And I'm happy that you took that stuff forward and doing this as well too. And because we need to see more black businesses out there. And so, like I said, we're here to promote black-owned businesses, and you are one of them. So, thank you.
Appreciate your business, appreciate your hustle. You work out like at a stand or like a area like a you said you wanted to go mobile. Is that something you still want to do?
So I'm in the process of trying to see what's gonna be the best route for me to go as far as like station and like being standstill, because I do
Mm,
want a standstill location because I want people to not just have to worry about like today. Pop up
mm,
I canceled because of the weather.
Mm,
I'm being patient. I'm waiting for when it's my time and when it's something comes my way. But I feel like doors are going to be opening for me to be able to go somewhere or be somewhere permanent. But right now, I'm just mobile. I do deliveries and just pop ups and events. People just message me and ask me, like, hey, can you make me some lemonade for my event? I just did a big order for a baby shower.
mm.
People say my
mm.
lemonade is like crack, it's addictive. So, you get one taste, that's not it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got to try it. I'm gonna definitely give y'all a sample as well.
I know now, including you. Nice to meet you. I know so many people that got food trucks now. It's like the food truck culture in Houston is like taking over. It's a lot of people I know personally. I grew up with that has food trucks now.
Hmm.
Hmm. That would you know what, and that would be dope to see that too. Like if I know like they had the food truck events and everything. That would be dope to see you at something like that as well
Yeah,
too. Like when
Yeah,
they have the food truck events, maybe you get so way you can get in there and help and put your business out there as well too. I see
mhm.
that coming very
Yeah.
soon.
If y'all know any festivals, any events coming up, just let me know. Shoot them my way, and I'm definitely trying to go. Dallas definitely been showing me love, so I definitely go to Dallas a lot to do a lot of events. So,
man.
Mm. Oh, well, Dallas, well, Houston, come on now. Houston, I need y'all to step your game up and come on with it. If she,
I know, right?
if she got to go off,
A 4 hour drive. So.
yeah. So Houston, I need y'all to come on and step your game out and show love for with Tiana and purchase some lemonade. You saw the varieties that she got, which a lot of varieties. Mango, strawberry, like wow. Come on
There.
now.
What do you put in the ones that spike? I'm just asking for a friend.
Okay. So I either do bourbon, which is a whiskey. I do vodka or I do tequila.
Oh, that bourbon. Oh my God.
So trust me, I've tried. I had to go to the liquor store, and I did have to get drunk to try to get the best liquor to go with it. So I have got three top liquors that I use, and they're very smooth. Like when you pay tasting in lemonade, you be like, "It's liquor in here," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's liquor in there."
Mm-hmm.
Feel it. You
Yeah, it'll sneak up on you. So
yeah.
come with that. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Looking like Norbert outside with the wine cooler up there drinking it up like it's just like slow down, nah. But yeah, man. So most definitely T. So thank you again. Where can we follow you at to the audience?
Yeah, I can follow me on Instagram, which will be my main page is love underscore main squeeze lemonade. And then, or you'll see my logo.
Mhm.
Or you can my personal Instagram as well, which is Tiana Denise. But my name is spelled different. My name is Tiana. That's T as in Tango, Iauna. And then Denise is traditional spelling Denise. Or on Facebook, which is my first and last name, Tiana Patterson.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for your time, man. Mike, you got anything else before we wrap up?
Oh,
Oh man, go ahead. Go ahead. What you about to say?
just come shop for me. Main Squeeze Lemonade. I love y'all. Remember, if nobody tell y'all, TT love y'all. And thank y'all so much for having me on y'all show. Make sure y'all tap in, follow all streams, and have a peaceful and lovely day.
Appreciate that. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tiana Patterson, man, you get that lemonade, man. Be outside, like I said, be outside like normal with the wine
Hey
cooler.
man, summertime is about to come. Is like right around the corner. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Hmm. So perfect time. Get get it ready for your cookout. We're gonna be doing the line dances, putting a Frankie Beverly and Maze. Get right there with Tiana's juice, right there. Just
Hands and lemonade. There you go.
before I let you go, don't hit that note. You can't hit. Don't hit that note. If you can't hit that note, don't even try it.
James, it's too early, bro.
It's way too early. Way too early. But yeah, but thank you again, team. Greatly appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest in the building, man. We got actor, man. This dude is just suave, man. When I was checking through his, like your pictures, everything, I'm like, this dude is clean, man. Like sharp, dressed to the T. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for actor Adam Mendoza, man. Round of applause.
Hey, thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate it.
sir. Yes, sir, man. How you doing this morning, bro?
Doing all right, man. I'm here enjoying my coffee. Excited to be here. Have a little conversation with you guys. Sounds like a good time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You a coffee drinker, man? That's what get the day started, huh?
Yeah, man. I'm kind of addicted, to be honest. Caffeine is it's my vice.
Yeah, nah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. My our other friend Chris, who's on here, yeah, he definitely, yeah, he's a coffee connoisseur. So yeah, man. So no, I get it, dude. So Adam, so where are you originally from? You don't mind me asking?
Born and raised in LA.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice, nice,
yeah.
nice.
I grew up right there. It's called Elysian Valley, right next to the Dodger Stadium. It's a small little neighborhood tucked in right between the LA River, the infamous LA River,
Yeah.
and the
Mhm.
5 freeway. It's just cool little cutout, small knit community. Um, just a stone throw from downtown LA, stone's throw from the Dodger Stadium. So yeah, I grew up a LA city boy, and all the fun stuff that comes along with that. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Just all,
sir.
all those cool LA experiences.
Yes, sir, man. So
Nice.
are you a Dodgers fan? Are you I mean y'all right there, so
Right, right. You would think so. So like the rest of my life, like everything else, watching fiction. I know that the smart thing. I always root for the home team, of course. Go Dodgers. But in all reality, I'm just not into sports. I'm not really not into any of it except for like the combat sports. I do like to watch some boxing, UFC. But again, I don't follow it enough to tell you who my favorite fighter is or who I like for next year. But I do like watching some of that stuff. But as far as baseball, football, stuff like that, not really. Never really been my cup of tea.
Gotcha. So the thrill of competition when it comes to hand to hand or just competing with fighting. That's yeah. I got you. No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's I'm able to like I'm just like you. Like there's some people that I just watch it just for the sport or just to look at techniques and everything. But I can't really tell you anybody now who's you. I'm like I don't know, man. But we're gonna enjoy the show, So I'm like,
yeah, I can't get into it. I can't get into the boxing or the UFC. I mean, unless it's a big fight. I know Tank had a fight last weekend that everyone is still talking about. So, I'm kind of like one of those. Like if it's a big pay-per-view fight, then I probably tune in and watch it.
Right. That's me when it comes to maybe like basketball or if it's like a big playoff or something, I might tune in and just see it because at least with basketball that's fast paced.
Right.
I don't have patience for like baseball. I really don't. Even football, I really don't have the patience for it. But once in a while, basketball, because it's so fast, I can enjoy a game, out with the fellas or whatever. But yeah, I've always been, ever since a kid, I got made fun of a lot from elementary school. I've always just been a big reader. Yeah. I've always enjoyed reading, fiction, nonfiction, just all over the place. So yeah.
No, that's cool. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
So I mean, well, let's start right there. What starts you on your journey of acting?
Well, I mean, I think it started for sure with the books, right? With storytelling and just really being wrapped up in that world of imagination. And then later on, I'm an 80s, 90s baby. So for the first time, VHS was a thing where you could go, you know what's up.
Yes, sir.
You could, yes. First time anybody could really go to a video store and just pick. And so when we finally got a VCR, that was like a big life change for me. And so every weekend, mom would take me to go and we different movies. So I fell even more in love with it. But I really didn't pursue it or think of it as a real life goal until way later. My sister, she began acting like over 20 years ago. And I remember when I was just a little kid running around the street, little troublemaker. I was about 15 and I had like that look, that little bit of a sinister look. My sister was like, dude, you should get into acting, because she was doing background at the time. And I was just like, what are you talking about? It was like she was speaking a foreign language to me. And she's like, dude, you make so much money, you're just kicking back, they feed you this and that. And I was like, whatever. So it was like the better part of 20 years later, I was a grown man. And she approached me again. And I was just, going from like, I've worked in the laborers union. I've, worked in fast food, gas stations, liquor stores. I just was bouncing around. And she approached me again. And this time, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe it was the way she presented it to me, but it just sounded attractive. And she had pointed out to me that, because I was always writing like these short stories and like trying to novel. And she's like, you have it in you, just give it a shot. And so I made the decision, and I think it was like 2012. I made the decision. Now, when I say that, is to say, in order to do this, you got to really believe that you can. Like, belief is like a big, heavy thing. So I hadn't done nothing. I had never even done an audition, didn't have anything going. All I had done was I had taken headshots. But for like a full year, I was calling myself an actor. Even though I was like, I had my own little painting business. I'm painting apartments and this and that. But anyone asked me, hey, so what do you do? Like, oh, I'm an actor. I would just say it and just say it. And then I got my first gig as a background actor. And that kind of, then it was like, oh, I'm chilling on set, getting like a decent check for the day, not really working hard. I'm used to like labor, so. And when I was on set in background, there's a lot of downtime. So I was just watching. I'm just soaking everything up. I'm watching, oh, okay, watching them get their mic put on. Okay. I'm seeing, oh, when they walk and talk, oh, they put a little mark on the floor to see. I'm seeing little things, you know? And it started to snowball from there. What I would say that the key thing for anybody, really, what it kind of boils down to when you're starting is get a mentor.
Yeah.
You have to have a mentor, because if you're talking to your cousin who's really good at being like a mechanic or something, he can't teach you how to become a good actor.
Yeah.
You know, he's not going to be able to teach you how to take viable, you know, workable headshots. You know, so really the key, and that was a blessing that I had, is my sister. She was my mentor, you know, for many years.
Right.
And yeah, that's going to be the key, is finding a mentor. And I mean, I guess that in itself is a challenge, because this is a very competitive business. So to find a working actor that is willing to take you under their wing and show you how to get at least to where they've gotten to, that's the major goal that someone should, if they're just starting out. You don't need to know somebody that won an Oscar, bro. You don't need that. You just need somebody who's at a level that you haven't achieved yet. And when you like, oh, how'd you get on TV? Just as a background dude, you tell them how to get on. And then when you're in background, you're going to meet other actors. And maybe this other dude, hey, once in a while he gets a principal role and he has lines. Oh, how'd you do that, bro? And you start, you know, like they say, iron sharpens iron. So you got to surround yourself with like-minded people, you know?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's crazy that you mentioned that too, like, you know, using the books and fiction and everything like that, because it took me, like, it's crazy that, like, how I'm in a little bit in the sports now, well, a lot more, but I wasn't really into it when I was a kid. I was always like, you know, someone like you. My imagination is what, you know, helped me to create, you know, these characters and short stories and do, you know, character voices and everything else. So that's crazy that you mentioned that. And that's where it really kind of like spawned right there, and then took on a life of its own as you got older, and your sister and everything else. And then I guess you kind of was getting your college prerequisites right there when you go into different jobs as well and learning everything else.
Yeah, you know, I think there's a lot of truth to that. You know,
Yeah,
like I think some of us have probably heard our parents say, you know, working those types of jobs that'll help you build character.
yeah,
And I think there's a lot of truth to that, especially if you ever did like customer service, like working at a liquor store from
yeah,
the 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift in Vegas. I've done that. You start running so many different personalities and characters, and you have to learn how to manage those, which is a cool life skill to have. But really, when I started to take acting serious and I got into school, I started studying with Ivana Chubbuck Studios.
nice.
And I realized in there, when, you know, you do your scene and then you break down your scene, hey, what was your internal monologue? What was your, you know, your replacement items, this and that. And so they want you to use personal life experience. Oh, if the character had a massive loss, they want you to, like, okay, when was the time where you experienced loss in your life? Yada, yada.
Yeah.
So I realized a lot of the people that came from all over the world and all over the country to be, you know, in this acting class, no disrespect, but
Right.
you know, a lot of them, they came from you know, upper middle class. They came from money where their parents can afford to put them up for a year in LA,
Yeah.
and can afford to send them to a big acting studio for a year, and they can afford all that. But what I noticed is, what those people, they really struggled to dig into their life experience and
Mm.
find challenges, loss, pain. And I was like, oh, I'm like
Right here, man.
It's going to be very natural. Someone told me that that's not a good way of acting, because I had an experience like that with my first role that I did. I had to pull some tears out, and so I had to go into that place, you know. So I went to training to try to not have to do that, where you can still perform, but you don't have to harm yourself as well to get to that emotional state.
That's real. That is real, because it can be painful, and there has been times where, if I'm doing a very emotional scene, particularly in class, because you're there, you're with all the, you just want to give it your all. And afterwards, I have felt myself feel physically sick.
Mm.
So there is truth in what you're saying, and I've heard that. I do study Stanislavski's method.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is a viable, tool. It works. At the same time, there is techniques in there. I think a lot of times people talk about method and they don't talk about the techniques that are given to you to let that stuff go afterwards.
Right.
That's a big part of it too, in order to, like you're saying, to be healthy with it. Because I would think you'd age yourself before your time by constantly going through these deep, tragic, emotions. There is some danger to that. And in my particular case, right? In my particular case, I realized that maybe it is in some ways harmful, and I have to find ways to kind of, reconcile that or mitigate some of the damage.
Yeah.
But I realized it's like I've been accused of this before, where people, especially we're having like a challenging conversation, where they'll tell me I'm just, oh, well, you're an actor, so you're just dramatic and emotional, and it's kind of used against me in that way. But my rebuttal to that is, it's the opposite. It's because I'm kind of dramatic and emotional, and that's just who I am at my core. And so I became an actor, and it worked for me.
Yeah.
It's sometimes I call it the Misfits Club, because
yeah.
I bump into people, who really have a love for it.
Yeah.
And I realize that they have some of those. They have some of that sadness in their eyes too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a real thing, man. It is a real thing, and probably not the healthiest way, especially if someone doesn't know the techniques to let some of that stuff go.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up too. Like the I'm really glad you brought that up too, because like they teach us Stanislavski and Meisner and all these other techniques, but they don't really teach us how to like you said, let it go, like calm down from it, and like let what on the scene be on the scene, and then walk away from it and mentally get yourself back to you yourself. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. That's something else that a lot of instructors should look into when they teach these methods and everything. So man, Adam, man, bro, thank you. Yeah.
Happy to share, man. This is fun.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're actors too as well. So like Mike was mentioning. So we yeah, man. We be right there with you. You got that the misfit group right there with you, bro.
Yeah,
right
man.
Right there with you. So I want to say, so I was looking at your IMDb as well, and me and Mike can attest to this as well. Stunt training, fight choreography. Yeah, you didn't mention like you like to watch the MMA and the boxing and everything else every now and then. What got you into that? It was just the art of it as well, or?
Well, that was, I mean, as a kid, it was fun. It was from watching movies.
Yeah.
And I had this one friend, Nelson, and from elementary school. And so he taught me this thing where we learned where if you throw a punch and you kind of cover up, and at the same time you beat your chest.
Yeah.
And so we started doing this in the front yard, and people they thought we were really fighting because they're hearing the impact. Kind of like the trick where you like someone slaps you, but you have your hand right here, and they just catch your hand, So we were doing that, and it got to the point where like neighbors would come out and watch, and then my sister and her friends would be like, "Oh, do it again," because we're when I was a kid, we did Taekwondo, so
nice.
We know how to throw like some kicks and make it look kind of fanciful. So that was the original start of it. And later on, though, as I became an actor, I started learning how to do basic pratfalls and stunts so that I could do it on my not only put it on my resume, but when I'm called to do it, so that I could do it safely without injuring myself.
Right.
So the passion for it started as a kid, but the actual taking time to study with somebody that came from becoming an actor. That was the reason why I wanted to learn how to do it safely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We did stunts for a while. Well, we took the training for it, but they would make us work out first. Like, bro, we had to how long we had to run, James? I know we did what 2-3 laps around this parking lot. Then we had to do lunges because I work out too as well. Now I work out on my upper body, but my lower body is like, so we had to do running in place and jumping lunges. And bro, if you ever do those exercises, your legs is shot for at least a good 2 or 3 weeks. It's painful. So yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, it makes sense though, right? Because I mean, if you let yourself get too far out of shape, you could just yawn and hurt yourself. So
man,
rolling around and doing all this, you better have like at least the basics. Make sure that the knees, joints, elbows, everything's working all right.
Yeah, man, you're absolutely right about that. And you us talking about this reminded me. I need to go ahead and get my stunt reel going, man. I need to get my fighting reel going as well too. So thank you, man. Thank you for the. And we're a lot alike, bro. Because like when I was a kid, my dad was and my uncle was into karate and taekwondo and Wing Chun and everything. And so me as a kid and seeing Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers and everything, I was like, oh yeah, that's how you do that. And I had like somewhat of a photographic memory, so I would kind of like be able to do those maneuvers. And so when I go to recess, I see kids playing Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles. I'm like, that's not how you do it. And I'm wind up hitting kids, and now my dad has to come in here, and he see me one day with his nunchucks one day, and he's like, "Who taught you that?" And I said, "I watched you. Give me that, little boy, before you give me a show." So yeah, man, I definitely can relate to you on that, man. That was that the stunt training and fighting.
The only thing that came close to that, I used to be watching wrestling, and I would climb on the edge of the couch chair and just jump off of it like I'm doing a fly
Zero fear. I remember those days. Stuff wherever you want. Like, I'm cool. I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm all right. I moved the coffee table to the side, and when wrestling was on, I imitate whatever they was doing. So
zero fear, like you said. Now, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
So have you worked with? You did a launch party for Cedric the Entertainer, correct? For like the hats.
Oh yeah, for who said the hats? Yeah, I did. It was cool. It was cool. It was a nice time. People say don't ever meet a celebrity or idol or somebody that you like. Cedric was cool. He was real nice. I was just starting too, so it was nice to be, everybody's being so cordial and cool. When I was a nobody or whatever, they were just really real nice, real receptive. I got to meet Warren G too, which was a big deal to me because that Regulate album, in the 90s was just like just changing, right? Because you didn't really hear. This was like before we knew about Nate Dogg and stuff like that. It was the first time you heard somebody come with more of that smooth, like laid back type of a style. You know what I mean? So that was cool. Yeah.
He did say he's a 90s 80s baby, man. So yeah, man, that era, I think we talked about that one time. Me and Mike was like something about that era right there. Like they were just in the pocket with music, and it was just totally different, man. So
yeah, same with like you said about the martial arts. It's almost like they trapped us all. I mean, if you saw the 80s and 90s movies, there was always some kind of an element of karate or kung fu or there was always some kind of a martial arts element to the movie. They were preparing us all.
Right.
I used to know somebody I went to middle school with. He took Taekwondo. He was like a black belt, and he was always trying to kick somebody. Like,
that's the big thing in Taekwondo. It's all the kicks. We used to get made fun of because all the other disciplines, they always have a lot more hand striking.
Right.
Us maybe have like the ridge hand.
Right.
That's about it. Maybe a palm strike, but everything else kicks and flips. I'm like, why am I learning to do a jump kick forward flip? Like, why? How is this gonna save me if I defend myself? But they were teaching us how to do flips. I'm like, all right, okay.
Yeah, man. And that's a very, very difficult technique to learn too. Though, that fighting technique right there. So
Yeah,
I can't do nothing but applaud you on that one, man. I can do some kicks too, but not like the Taekwondo, bro. Like I have some friends that can do that. So I'm like, dude, that is awesome. How you
yeah.
do that?
I know, right?
Yeah, man. So let's talk about like some of your projects real quick, Spo. But I noticed something that you was mentioning that you a while back you did something called True Nightmares,
Yeah.
and you said that you finally got a chance to play a good guy. So I would say, what are some characters that you would like to portray that you haven't portrayed yet?
You know, I'd like to play. I'd like to play a sinister character, but not one who's outright sinister. More like think about Anthony Hopkins in Fracture,
Ooh,
where he's a doctor.
Yeah.
He's a doctor.
Mhm.
He's an intelligent, well thought man. But when he feels that he's been wronged, he goes to the ultimate revenge. I'd like to play a sinister character, but in that way, by being an intelligent person, being subtle, as opposed to usually I'm portraying like some kind of a tough guy, which I get it. I mean, even from a young kid, man, I remember going like to the junior high school dance
yeah,
and seeing, two kids over here fighting, and I'm just, kind of just
yeah,
look. And the principal, you grab me, and I'm talking
That
about,
was me too, bro. That was me too.
I mean, throughout life. I mean, then I'm in like, I'm a 19, 20, and I go to the house party.
yeah,
And I'm just kind of like, hey, what's going on over here? It's him, babe. Get him. It's him. That's the one. Like, what did I even? So
Just
at a
show
certain
up.
point, I just had to realize I have a look. There's
yeah,
a look. I look menacing. I look like a troublemaker in some way. Like, believe me, this is all strategic, bro. This is
yeah,
very, as soft and nice as I can, because
yeah,
another thing my mentor did for me, which is why it's key to have a mentor, because they're gonna know how to help you. As
yeah,
Mhm.
they'll get to know you. So my mentor, before I had even went to like meet a director, go on audition, any of that, they were like, come with me to an event. I need to socialize you.
yeah,
I just had this look always,
Yeah,
like I'm looking for something.
yeah,
And to me, this is just the face of curiosity. And my
yeah.
mentor was like, that does not look like curiosity. That looks like a problem.
And you know what, man? I share your pain because that's the same thing with me. Same thing with me. My facial expression don't change. Happy, sad, mad. I wake up, my wife is like, "What's wrong with you?" Nothing. You know, you always, you just can't have a good day. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm happy. Like, this is my happy face. What is the problem?
So real. And so I needed that. I needed to learn how to smile and laugh and do those things. I think it has a little bit to do with, the LA background, growing up in LA.
Yeah,
I feel like you need to, you can't be too soft, So I
right,
think though, young child, I realized I'm not really like that. Like, I'm trying to be tough and I'm trying to fit in, but it was really just, I was pretending. I just didn't want to stick out. I didn't want to be
yeah,
the guy who didn't fit in. But I think that's why I feel so happy in this line of work. Like, I don't have the mansion in the hills or nothing like that, but I'm just
right,
so,
right,
because my days of work consist of things like this. Like, hey, but do an interview, I got to run to a phone meeting, reading the script, preparing for an audition. Like, this is what makes me happy. And that's what I realized. I think for anyone, especially first starting out, is I think a lot of people, like friends, right? Like, you have friends
yeah,
and
mhm,
started, they're like, oh, I could do that. I want to do that, And a lot of times people I had one person actually tell me this, because they were just kind of going in a different direction in their life.
mhm,
Not in a bad way, but just we were on two different paths.
mhm.
And they told me, like, hey, if I wanted to be famous, I could have done that. Do you know who my brother is? I could have been famous. And I was like, that's where you messed up right there.
yeah,
Mhm.
right,
We
right,
got two different things going on. My
right.
goal is to be a working actor. to do what I love, to be a creative and to be able to pay my bills that way.
Right.
You're talking about fame, you know, whatever. Like that's you. You chase fame. I'm gonna chase the work. I'm gonna
Right.
do that's what I want. That's what I love. So I think a lot of times people mix those two things up.
That you, you know what? Thank you for saying that too, because like we travel to do some work as well too. We'll get what we can here at home, and then if we get booked for something, we'll fly out there or whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, they see whatever you post, and I know perception is what people see, but at the same time, it's like in all honesty, yeah, it may look like we're at this crazy party, but in all honesty, I'm here networking. Like
Yeah.
I'm actually working. like I had a work. Like that's a part of the work that, like how you said, your mentor brought you along to learn how to network and meet people and greet and socialize. That's a part of what we do. And somebody was saying, you always out there partying and everything. I'm like look, listen, I'm not that. I'm just here to network. It just looked like I'm having a great time, of course, but I'm here to work. To network.
Yeah, and then also too, it kind of separate the ones that really want it from the actual natural true artists,
Yeah.
that the God given talent that God gave you. Because for me, no matter if it's on Tubi, no matter if I'm doing a commercial or whatever, I can look at that and say, I was a part of that. I did that.
Yeah.
It could have been free. I was in the background for free. That's fine. And I was there for 12 hours. It's like I did that. No company, no business, no boss or nobody. I sat there, did the audition. They liked what they saw, and I performed, and I got paid for it, and I created it. Like I helped create that atmosphere, no matter what it is. It could be the smallest thing, but I was there,
Yeah.
And so yeah, it came from me through my spirit, and I produced it. Now the world could see it. I think that's separation, because that's a natural high for me, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Like to see that happen, and it's like, man, that's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a high there.
Yeah.
I to also, I'm sure you guys have probably experienced this too. You're working like hard, couple weeks, you're boom, boom, going, and then that cool down period afterwards.
Yeah,
Like, man,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, man, yeah,
what's going
yeah.
on?
You wake up with it like, man, I need to start submitting some more. I need some more headshots. I need to lose some more weight. What I need to do, I need to get back to it.
Yeah.
That's serious, man. Yeah.
Yeah. That's me right now. I'm like, man, look, I need to do something right now because it's just I think for actors and us being men, like we have that workers mentality, and so like when we sitting for too long, we're like, this is cool but not normal.
Right.
I need
Right.
to let me do audition really. So yeah.
Yeah. That's real. What did I want? I wanted to share one story as I was kind of like preparing, getting my coffee and stuff, and just to share little pitfalls that I came close to falling into that maybe I can share with someone else who might be watching. You
Yeah.
never know who needs to hear it.
Right.
So it was one time I had only done background. I got a role in an independent movie, and oh, there's actually two stories. Okay, so one of them was I got booked for this movie, and it was under 5 lines. I was like essentially a featured background dude, and but I got invited to the table read, so I was like, I'm going. I hadn't done anything. I was like, this is my first speaking role. It's under 5 lines, but I'm taking it serious. Showed up to the table read, and one of the top 5 main characters didn't show. He wasn't there. So I'm cool. I'm hitting it off with the director, with the cast. We're doing my thing. I read my little 5 lines. I'm out. Director says, hey guys, some people couldn't make it. If any of you are willing to come back tomorrow for a second table read, I'd really appreciate it. I'm like, yeah, this is what I do. I'll be there. So I show up the next day. Again, dude number 5 on the cast list didn't show up. So he asked me, oh, it happened on the first day too. Second day, he's like, Adam, could you read for dude? I'm like, yeah, I'll read for him. Dude didn't show up to either one of the table reads. And at the end of the table read, the director's like, hey, you know what? Can I give you a call this afternoon? I'm like, yeah, hit me up. He's like, Adam, I need you to play that role. He's like, I feel like, you fit the character, blah, blah, blah. He's like, the other guy, I like him. He had more experience than me. He's like, but I feel like you really have what I want from this character. He's like, and you showed it to my table reads, man. He's like, I want to put you in. So I was like number 5 on the cast list. So that's lesson 1 is show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show up. I mean, how do you think dude felt that was number 5 on the cast list? I'd never been number 5 on the cast list since then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's what I
Nice.
felt. And dude, he missed out on that. I'm sure he did not feel too good about it. You know, we're going to the premiere, and that's me, my first speaking role in the movie. That leads me to my second story. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Just for these little pitfalls, you know, watch out for them. I'm on this movie. I'm just excited, you know, I'm happy. I'm the Mr. Smiles and that. It's all good. And one of the lead actors, I won't even say what movie because he still does his thing. He's out there.
Yeah.
But he had been on TV, like he was making TV appearances. I had only been in background, so it was like he was like the big dude, big man on campus. And we're doing a stunt, and I accidentally, my shin connected with his shin in the scuffle.
Mm.
And so he stayed professional in the scene though. Like he stayed in the scene. We worked it out, and I was so hyped up, I didn't even realize our shins had made contact. So as soon as the director yells cut, I go back to my original position, and the actor, he comes up, just gets in my face. He's like, Adam, first of all, you didn't sell it when you punched me. He's like, you need to cross over. Da, da, da. He's like, second, you effing kicked me. I mean, he was just up in my face. And I was like, man, like I was almost, honestly, homie, I was almost in tears, bro. And because I was just like, I can't let this dude trick me out of my position. I can't do it. I went and got some ice. I was like, bro, I'm sorry. That was not intentional. I apologize. Like, dude, I was really, really about to break down.
Yeah.
And this dude saw that in me, though. I could see he saw it in me that I was like at my cracking point.
Yeah.
Then out of nowhere, I'm crafty service, having something to eat, whatever. And I see that same dude is talking to another actor, and the other actor explodes on him. What'd you just say to me? Well, I don't need to. I mean, the other actor goes off on him. I'm like, huh? I wonder what happened there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we wrap up. It's, you know, we're ending the day, and I was still new, so I was like telling the crew, I'm like, hey, you need some help? I'll help you with this. You know, I'm like helping people load up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that one actor, bro, as I'm kind of like getting something, he's getting ready to go to the car. He just walks up to me. Look, he's just like looking at me like a snake or something.
Mm.
And he looks at me, gets right in my face, and I'm just kind of like, what is this about? You know, he was a smaller stature dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about full gusto, bro, with all his little strength, both hands, boom, pushed me on my chest as hard as he could.
Oh.
Like, and I was like, and I remember I had that shock because my instinct is I want to just take flight on this fool.
Yeah.
But I thought, and I remember he did it, and his look in his eyes was like he wanted me to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just looked at him, and I just like, I was like, all right. I was like, come here, fool. You need to give me a hug, bro.
Give me a hug, man.
Dude gave me a hug. Dude, I was like, we're good, homie. We're good.
Yeah.
Maybe he felt some kind of way because I did hurt his shin. You know, and I'm not a big dude, but compared to him, I was kind of a big dude.
Right.
And in that moment, I felt there was really an opportunity for me to step out of character and to lose everything. You know, and so I would just tell people, watch out for that, because you never know who's going to test you, who's going to make sure no one's looking around and give you that double-handed fist push to the chest and say, what you going to do about it? You just never know. So I'm thankful that I didn't have a crazy reaction and step out of character, but I took that with me. I took that with me because there's other people who are not so overt about pushing you. Other people will push you using their mind. You know what I mean? Like, not like telekinesis, but in subtlety and being slick. You know, you have to just be careful with those things.
Yeah. Nah, that's a great story, and thanks for sharing that as well too.
Yeah.
We hear different stories about like some like that happened, but when you in the moment of it, you like, wait, what is going on here, man? Like, what is up, man? So
that's crazy. Because it's like the old story. James, you know the actors' names. I forgot, but the iconic part on the Temptations, Ain't Nobody Came to See You, Otis. He really, that actor, I think it was Leon. Yeah, Leon really was getting underneath the actor's skin in real life. So, because that part wasn't supposed to have been there. Like, Ain't Nobody Came to See You, Otis. That wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh.
Yeah, and the actor was like, "Hey man, like he's really, talking to the director. The director talked to Leon. He said that's what I'm supposed to do,
Yeah,
And they kept the scene, didn't they?
and they
yeah,
kept the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's crazy you mentioned that too because it's been some moments where I had on set from some independent projects where I improv a line or two, and I was like, "Oh, they kept it," and I was like, but right when they say cut, I'll automatically say to the actor or to the director, "I apologize. I just want to try something to see." And he's like, "No, that was great." Like I'm like,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay, all right." Thank you. So it's just like you said, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it means he made a bold choice for the character. You know what I mean?
Right.
It worked because the choice made sense. That's the key part. You can do those bold choices as long as it really makes sense, and then the director's gonna love you. You know?
right,
Yeah, because like once someone told me like you are the artist, and we're giving you a canvas. You're the artist, so you can't make it robotic. Like you reading lines at this point, you have to put some emotions in it. So as an artist, you have to paint a picture.
Yeah.
hmm yeah, yes,
The
sir,
thing.
yes, sir, man.
That's
So I want to ask you about this real quick. So you met a few, you worked with met a few goats, greatest of all times in your book. A few of them to mention. Uh, let me see. Method Man,
yeah,
Danny Trejo,
yeah.
and another one that in your I'm trying to pronounce Pepe. I don't know why I always every time I say Pepe is lame like that. Um,
Oh,
Pepe
yeah,
Cerner.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I always try to get his last name right when I see. I know it's like Pepe is one of those characters, those people that you like. I've seen him before,
Oh,
and you're
yeah,
like, wait, what is that? But like, oh, Pepe Cerner, yeah, man.
yeah.
So like, tell us about the time when you met some of these individuals, or the experience behind it, or what did they share with you, or what did Pepe share with you? Did he share
Uh,
anything with you, or how was
just
that when you met him?
a lot of kindness and encouragement. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I went to the I think it was the 20 or 25-year reunion for the American Me, right? I'm sure
Yeah.
you remember American Me. And so he was there along with, a lot of the headliners of the cast. And he already knew my wife prior. They had met. And so he was just really, really encouraging. I tried pitching a project to him. He was actually receptive to it. He was like,
Mm,
"Yeah, you get it down, I'll read it." So I mean that meant a lot to me. That was a big deal. Method Man, it was cool meeting him because he really embraced the Mexicans, bro. Like we were in
really?
LA and he was around all the the gangster looking Mexicans, and he fully embraced them and they fully embraced him. And it was just like pictures. He was showing love to everybody. And me, I made a silly joke that I regret to this day.
Oh man.
Yeah, man, I shouldn't have done it because it was kind of like never know. It could be unintentional. It could have seemed like I was being mean or something, but I didn't mean to be. I was trying to be like funny. But
Yeah.
yeah, Method Man was cool with me. It was getting late, and he saw me kind of doing the stomp and trying to stay warm. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you cold?" He's like, "Come here, come here." I'm like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Stand right here." And in the liquor store we were filming at, there was like a little vent for the freezer, but outside is blowing hot air. He's like,
Yeah.
"Stand here 5 minutes, you'll be cool." I'm like, "Oh man, he's just a real cool, down to earth dude." So I had seen him interacting with everybody else. So when we wrapped up, I felt confident enough to be like, "Hey, is it cool if we get a picture together?" He's like, "Yeah."
Mhm.
So me take the picture, I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." So jokingly, I said, "Man, I can't." I was like, "What did I say? Something to the effect of, man, everybody's saying you're kind of snobby, man, but you're hella cool." So he's kind of like, you can see his face change. He's like, "Hey, homie." I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Hey, who said that?" And I was like, "No, no, man. I mean, like, no, nobody said that. I'm saying, like, I'm joking. I'm like, I didn't think he'd be that down to earth." But you can see
Yeah.
his whole demeanor, like, who said that? Who said that? I said, and I was like, "Bro, I was trying to be funny." He's like, all right. But I saw his energy change toward me. I was like, "My bad, fool." Like, I love you.
Well, hey, we all have those moments, man. We're like, wait, I'm like, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, man. It's hey,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure you're not the first. You won't be the last, man. I'm telling you, man.
bet.
I, yeah, I met Redman. I actually worked with him as well too on this film called Hip Hop Family Christmas. Cool,
Oh,
cool guy, cool guy.
Mhm.
me and my friend was like talking to him, and my friend he was like, "Hey, Red, I met you a while back before." He said, "Oh yeah," and he said, "Yeah." Was I high? He said, "I don't know." He said, "I probably was." And he just ran off, and it was just like, dude, he was just so hilarious, man.
It's
It was
funny.
like on screen.
It's funny. My aunt, she's not in the acting. I love my aunt dearly. She's the one that'll tell you like how it is. This was years ago. She was working at, I think it was at Frenchie's, um, no, Popeyes on Homestead, and it was random on the north side. Like no celebrities come on this side of Houston, and Redman just popped up at Popeyes in the hood. And she was working the night shift. Well, not the night shift, but like the evening shift. They closed up at 12, and they was closed. And Redman was at the drive-through, and she was like, "Hey, I want some food." And she said, "No, we closed." And he said, "You know who I am?" And my aunt said, "I don't give a damn who you are."
Mm-hmm.
And that's when she later found out. She was like, "Yeah, I remember him. He pulled up at Popeyes." It's like, that's Redman. At the time, that was when High So High came out, and they,
Yeah.
Redman and Meth was doing their thing, bro. They was like dynamic duos. They was, man,
Yeah.
and then that's when she realized, like, oh, that's him. Yeah, he pulled up at Popeyes. I was like, that's Redman. She said, well, I told his ass we closed.
Famous last words. Like, do you know who I am?
Yeah, do you know?
Famous
Do
last
you know who I am? Do you know who I am can go both ways, but 9 times out of 10 it's going to end up in the wrong way. Like,
Right.
who you are.
Too hilarious, man. Too hilarious.
How was your experience on? I know this, man. We are fans. So, how was your experience on Snowfall?
Oh man, Snowfall was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, what episode were you in? Because I finished it a while back. Like,
It was season 2, episode 2, 3, 4, and I think I got cut out of 5. So
oh,
yeah.
okay, so were you in the scene where they was running through a house party in the Mexican neighborhood?
No, I wasn't in that one. I was with the Mexicans at the junkyard.
Okay, I remember that one.
Yeah.
How did the scene go, James? You remember?
Yeah.
No, I remember that. No, I remember that season when they got into it with the with the Mexicans, and
The Mighty Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Monarcos. Sorry. Yeah. The Monarcos.
There we go. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
I couldn't find the correct name, and I'm like, I don't want to just. I'm like, wait, what was the name of the group that they got into it with? Because that was like early in Franklin's first run when he was really starting to get into that game.
Get into the game. I know it was like on the last season or close to the last season. It was him and the wrestler was running through a Mexican neighborhood. Oh, that was so funny because they had to hide in basements.
Oh, man. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. We talked to. We actually had a producer that was on that worked on Snowfall, and she was telling me how she just had so much fun on that set, and then everybody's like really close, like a real family, really took care of each other, and that's what, like, when I was looking up, I'm like, oh man, he was on Snow. I like definitely had to get you on here and talk about.
Yeah. A funny thing happened on Snowfall because we were in the hood, like we were in LA, and so at one point we're leaving this restaurant that we're doing the scene in, and we go back to base camp, and you can see this one dude, hey homie, hey, because I have a tattoo on the side of my head, fake. I'm all dressed in the Pendleton, looking like a G.
Yeah.
And he was like on the verge of like hitting me up. He's like, hey, what are you doing here? And I was like, we're filming right here, bro. I was like, this is all fake. He's like, oh yeah, I know. Like he knew, like he's I know who you are. I'm like, you don't know who I am, bro. He played it cool when he understood I'm an actor. I'm not a gangster. I ain't none of that. So that was cool. But then so we come back, we're filming a scene, and my co-star, I'm in the restaurant, but my co-star is at the door having somebody come in, one of the main characters. And so we're just setting up the shot, we're blocking the shot, whatever. But something real happens. And like, you know about firearms on set, right? Some of them are actually real.
Yeah.
Dude has a real 45 tucked in his waist. He's dressed like a G from the 80s, so he has like the bandana on, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just chilling in the restaurant. I'm not in the shot. I'm just kind of like just chilling, watching. And he's at the front door of the restaurant, 45 in the waist, right? Like some chick pulls up in a car. It's a car full of people, but it's a female on the passenger side hanging out the window, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and she looks at him. She's like, "Hey, homeboy," and he's like, just not paying attention. "Hey, homie." And he looks over. She's like, "Hey, what's up, Bessie? You writing on my walls?" like asking him, "Where you from? Are you like, don't be writing on my walls."
Yeah.
And he just looks at her and he just like smiles, like not knowing how to react. And she's like, "Hey, you heard what I said?" And I just walk up to the front door. I'm like, "Fool, get in here, dog. Like, come inside." I'm like, she sees you with a pistol in your waist and she's still pressing you, homie. Like, come inside. It's time to get inside.
like, dude, if you
can't smiling at this lady.
like, dude, get in here, please. You call problems for everybody, dude. Those be the funniest classic moments when you trying to film something and people like ride by and like they're like, "Hey man, what you doing?" Like it's just classic moments, man, like that.
Yeah, those LA politics. I listen to them, and it's like the stories is crazy. I remember Snoop was telling a story about when he was shooting Training Day, and he goes, I guess the location manager or whoever didn't know what neighborhood that was, and so Snoop is in the wheelchair with all this blue. He said, "Man, look at all these with all this red on."
What are you doing to me?
He's like, "What?" He said, "I called one of the homies. Hey man, who over here sell the weed?" He's like, "Yeah, he over here." He's like, "Man, tell me, give me some weed or whatever." He say, "That's how you get your politics right, man."
Yeah. I'm a customer now.
I'm a customer.
Yeah, now I'm a customer, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man, Adam. So yeah, I would say that, man, you've been in so many great projects. From independent to well known. Like you've been in American Horror Story, Shameless, SWAT, Born to Hustle. But what has been your very favorite character that you portrayed so far in everything you've been in?
My favorite character. Wow, that's a rough one.
Well, a few of your favorites.
Yeah, I guess because a lot of them were fun to play.
Yeah.
Like, which one did I like? I think probably the most fun one that I got a lot of good feedback from was when I played Detective Silvieri. But I liked it mainly because people felt like it was believable, and for the first time, I wasn't playing like a street dude. And so to me, I think that was the most fun, where I got to be working in concert with the LAPD, and cool story about that one, or maybe I shouldn't say, but anyway, we're smashing through downtown LA in the detective vehicles and this and that. Between you and me, bro, I didn't even have a driver's license at the time.
Oh, yeah.
I remember being day of, because I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, and the script says I'm smashing through downtown LA. But until day of, I'm just not thinking about it, and nobody asked me. Like, so I was like, we're doing this. Like, we're just going to knock this out. I got a driver's license now. I'm doing great. But at that moment, I was like, we're doing this. So I'm just smashing through downtown LA, no license, in a police car, flashing lights. It was so I think that, yeah, Detective Silvieri, that was the most fun I had playing the character.
Man, that's dope, man. He just like, well, we here now. Hey.
Hey. Yeah, man. It was fun.
Yes, sir.
Man, yes, sir, man. At this part of the show, we kind of ended off. But before we leave, any gems or any advice to anyone, to our audience, on helping them through their acting journey? I believe you dropped a lot of gems, but we just like this part, we like to highlight it to the end, just to give somebody a helping hand out there.
Okay, it's gonna go. Everything I said still applies, but I think at the core of everything I said, it comes down to it's gonna sound a certain way, bro. It's gonna sound so simple, but it really is true. It's you really have to believe. you really have to believe that you can do it, that it's you have to believe that it's a goal worthy of achieving. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When you put yourself in that mindset of belief, believing you are going to do it, all of a sudden opportunities that maybe wouldn't have even came on your radar, now all of a sudden you picked it up because you know in the back of your mind and in the front of your mind, you know what your goal is. So now when you see that ad in the newspaper for no experience needed, background actors immediately, if you don't have the belief in your mind, you're just going to pass that by. Your mind won't even let you see it. You know, your mind will just, it'll gloss over. So the core thing is to believe that you can do it. And part of that I talked about already, where for me, the goal isn't about becoming famous. The goal was to be a working actor, you know, and part of something that helped me to believe was when I realized that you could walk down the street and you could walk past a dude who's a working actor, making his money, paying his bills, feeding his family, but you would never know who he is. You could walk by him and you have no idea who he is. And that, to me, that's what made it more real, whereas like, this is just work. It's a job like any other. And if I chose to become a carpenter and I went to carpentry school and learned how to use measurements and different types of woods and this and this and that, I would be a good carpenter. So when you look at it from a realistic point of view, this is work. It's a craft, just like any other craft. Some people build buildings, you know, we build movies, we build stories, we build moving pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I would say is the core is believe that you can do it. And after you have the belief, everything kind of falls into place.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man,
Yes,
man,
sir.
those some gems that have been dropped, man. Man, Adam, man, bro, thank you again for coming on the show, sharing your stories. I'm definitely positive somebody's gonna really look at this and like learn a lot and appreciate what you shared, man. And so thank you again, man. So yeah, bro. Tell the audience where they can follow you at or find you at.
Okay, yeah. For the most part, I'm active on Instagram. That's the one app that I check in on the most. And on that, you could find me at Adam Mendoza 598. That's the handle on Instagram, and that's usually where I'm most active.
All right.
Cool.
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 Awesome. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, actor Adam Mendoza, man. Love them stories, bro. We definitely gotta have you come back on again.
I'd love to, man. And fellas, again, thank you so much for having me on. It's cool. I love to talk shop, especially with fellow actors. So it's been a
Yes,
good
sir.
time, guys.
Man,
Man,
appreciate it. Thank you.
appreciate it. Hey man, yes sir. Yeah, I know. Michael, like, now we ain't clapping no more.
We ain't clapping no more, man. When it's just us two, it sounds sad. We
It's
ain't clapping.
yay, we done the show.
Yeah, we done the show. Good job, Chris, for inserting claps, because that didn't come from us.
We
'Cause we ain't
finished the
enough of
show.
yeah.
Sounds sad.
And
Yeah,
all
we finished the show.
we did the show, guys. All
Oh
right.
man, too hilarious, man. But we gonna get up out of here, man. Shout out to Tiana Patterson. Thank you again for coming through and talking about your business, and also shout out to Adam Mendoza. Great stories, great guy. Definitely, I'd love to have him come back on the show. I don't have no words with. Let me see. There you go. It's tax season. The devil be busy on tax season. You just make sure you watch what you do and what you buy, because it could be gone like that. That's
That's
my
right.
word.
And
That's
for all you people that owe, my prayers go to you, out to you guys. All my 1099 workers out there, one day, James, me, you, Chris, Tashay, Tabitha, and Davion will experience that.
oof, Lord.
1099, independent.
Oh
You do
Lord.
your own taxes. Well, you don't do your own taxes, but you're a 1099. So
Yeah.
you know how that goes. So,
There'll be some
but
work.
yeah, it's some work. I was a 1099 all last year, and when I tell you, boy, receipts and this and the that, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So shout out to everyone getting their taxes done. Can you believe it? April is around the corner. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, and but for me, that was the piggyback for what you said. But for me, to make this real quick, I like to send a special prayer and condolences out to Lil Ronnie and his daughter, 5-year-old daughter. Senseless violence. They both got shot in Fort Worth, Texas. That was, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. It was earlier this week when it happened. Very sad situation. Very, very sad situation. It's been bothering me this whole week. And so hearts and prayers to that family, man. And and everyone that has lost a family member through senseless gun violence, any part of the world, man. Hearts and prayers to all you, to everyone.
Yes, sir. Hearts and prayers to all. Everybody be safe out there. Wishing you peace and blessings. And see you next time on the show. We just acting up show.